really plan 365 days a year for snow. So behind me, you'll see we do have pretty well stocked in one of our salt domes here in the Thornburg area, very close to I-95 at exit 118. So we really were stocking this up throughout the year just to make sure we have a full supply to get us through those are early initial storms. We do training year round. We make sure that all of our both VDOT employees and the contractors that help us, that they've driven their routes, they know the procedure.
The training part is what's interesting, that you almost have to, because when a storm hits, you got to know what you're doing.
Right, so we do. We have, so basically our VDOT employees, whether you're behind the wheel of a plow or you're maybe one of our monitors, somebody who is just actually helping us keep an eye on what the road conditions are like and making sure that we have people and materials in place. All of us are training throughout the year to get ready for the first storm of the year, get ready for the winter season. So part of what we do here at Thornburg, we also mix up our anti-icing salt brine solution. So we do have 2 10,000-gallon storage tanks we have here, and then also behind me you can see one of our 2 treatment material sheds. Each one holds 7,500 tons of material. I have salt behind me, and then we have a mix of sand and salt in our other shed.
And so I guess this gets done distributed all around the district.
Yes, so this is really where all of our area headquarters locations, which are small satellite offices spread across all of our counties, they will come and pick up their materials here. They'll keep it at their location. So when we have contractors come in maybe a day or several hours before the storm to get loaded, they do that at our satellite location. Really, it's all hands on deck during snow, no matter what your job is at VDOT throughout the rest of the year. During winter weather, everyone has a role. So we do go into 24-hour operations when the weather calls for it, so that we're mobilized ahead of the storm, that we're staged, ready to roll out, spreading treatment materials down. We do anti-icing. We put down salt brine when conditions merit it before the storm. We're not able to put it down when we have an event that's going to start as rain, because it would wash it away, but we do have that planned to be done before storm events. But yes, everyone continues to work 24 hours a day and 12-hour shifts when we do have a winter weather mobilization. And
when you do the pre-treatment and we see those lines, that all gets made here. That's where it starts.
It does. One of our locations, we make it here at Thornburg. We mix the water together with the salt. We try to get it to 23.5% salinity, and then we have our tanker trucks come here. We fill them up, and then they're able to fan out across the region. We do Interstate 95, and then we also prioritize primary roads, and if we have enough time before a storm, we may do some higher volume secondary roads. And we do that here in the Fredericksburg area, and then we also do it in the Northern Neck and the Middle Peninsula. We work with both the National Weather Service, and then we have a private consultant. Both of them provide really critical information to us about air temperature, pavement temperature, weather patterns. So we really do, we're speaking with them every day, generally in the days leading up to a storm. And then we also work with our private consultant. They can kind of help us a little bit more with things like pavement temperatures, things we need to help treat and plow the roads.
And then there's the actual storm, where we get to hear from somebody like you who talks to the people who are out. Everything's covered.
Communication is a really big part of our storm. We really appreciate it when travelers either limit travel or delay travel when conditions merit. So we do ask everyone, please monitor news and weather sources as we head into this weekend. 511 Virginia is the best place to get real-time road conditions. It shows when we have a road closed, whether it's for a heavy rain event or wind event like we just had, when there's debris blocking the road, or when we do get snow. You can see if there's just maybe some patchy isolated coverage, or if roads are really more severely covered with snow. And we also work really closely with our teams that post those overhead message boards along the interstate. We're really coordinating messages this year, making sure everything people see on the highway, they see on 511, they see on our VDOT website, VDOT.virginia.gov, and our social media accounts all match.
It all works. Yeah, 511 is just it's terrific, and the cameras along the interstates give you an idea too if there are backups or how fast traffic is moving.
Yeah, so definitely from the safety of your home, you can visit 511 Virginia, get a sense before you leave. It is important to consider your entire route. Very often, we may have different conditions here in the Fredericksburg area than you might have in Northern Virginia, Richmond, or elsewhere along your route. So it is important to check it so you know what you might encounter along the entire trip.